everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Alex in the Sunlight. I'm Alex and I'm so happy to see you. The purpose of today's video is to find out, figure out, and gain some insight into what's coming towards you this 2020, right? The new year, what's going on for this coming year of 2020? What does it have in store for you, right? If the reading resonates with you, please like this video, subscribe so we can spend more time together, follow me on Instagram at Alex in the Sunlight, consider becoming a patron over on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Alex in the Sunlight. It's a great way to support this channel and I truly appreciate it. And just because it is the holiday season, if you're still Christmas shopping, check out my botanical coloring book on Amazon. The link is down below. There are positive affirmations, word searches, nature scenes and patterns and much more. I think you'd really enjoy it. Okay, so we've got 4 piles here today. If you've already chosen one, that's totally fine, but if you could just humor me, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the belly with air. And as you exhale, ask your angels, your spirit guides, or your higher self to aid you in choosing the correct pile for you, so that when you open your eyes, the one you are drawn to first is the right one. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1, those of you who chose Tiger's Eye. Okay, so much is going on here. It's gonna be a really great year for you guys. I just want to go over the cards really quick before I get into the message. You've pulled B from the Animal Spirit Guide deck. You've pulled Security from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck. You've pulled the Wheel from the Wildwood Tarot deck, upright, might I add. And you've pulled 42, Letting Go, out of the Oracle of the Angels deck. You've pulled Autumnal Equinox, Release, from the Earth Magic Oracle deck, and a second card flew out of that deck, so I let it be, which is Island, Solitude. You've pulled Service from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. You've pulled Shakti in reverse. She represents transformation, from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. And the last card you've pulled is Belief from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Okay, so just getting right into it, 2020 is going to be about cleaning house, getting your emotional affairs in order, and manifesting the life that you really actually want to live. You guys are going to be going through a lot of shedding, a lot of growth, a lot of letting go of things. You've literally got a card that says letting go. So the overall energy that I was getting from your reading from you guys is that you guys can be prone to worrying. You can be prone to stressing out and being kind of a worrywart and things of that nature. But 2020 is going to be the time, the year, where you start asking yourself, is this worry my own or someone else's? Right? Because I get this sense that you guys, you have been trying to manifest things and maybe they weren't coming into fruition, maybe as quickly or at all like you thought they would. And there are specific blockages that have been in your life that you unconsciously have kept around because you weren't ready to let go, and that's totally fine. In 2020, you're going to be ready to let go of all of that stuff, whether it is people, places, or things. I get a feeling that it's a mix of people, thoughts, and habits. I feel like some of you guys have people around you that say you're like in a calm state of mind, say you are peaceful, or like you're not even really tripping off anything that day, and then somebody comes at you that you're close to and they have all of these worries and they have all these issues, and you're just like, oh dang. And then all of a sudden your energy starts to change. All of a sudden you start feeling those worries. All of a sudden you're like thinking about your own anxieties, and then you're just like, ah. I feel like in 2020 that's going to be put to an end. Like you guys are going to be like, okay, I'm not actually a worrywart. I'm not actually a stressful person. I am actually quite capable of finding solutions to my problems. So why do I feel all of this heavy energy, right? And you're going to start noticing where it's coming from, because I don't feel like it's really coming from you guys as authentic, like to you. if that makes sense. We all worry, we all stress, but sometimes I feel like we don't understand that, or we're not recognizing that, like, when we go out into the world, when we come home, we can bring some of that home with us, right? Or if you live with people who are very grating on you, like I feel like if some of you have roommates, you're gonna get your own place in 2020. You're gonna just realize, like, okay, I need to prioritize myself. I feel like you guys are gonna prioritize yourselves and understand that, like, you can't ask anybody, including the universe, because some of you guys are spiritual and, like I said, you're into manifestation, but you're like, you haven't been implementing all the way through. I feel like in 2020 you're going to start realizing, like, okay, this is the mindful action I need to take in order for all of these, like, all of the journaling and all of the spell work or whatever it is that you've been doing to really work. You're going to start utilizing, like, action, changing your habits. I feel like you guys sometimes get into the habit of just saying, well, things have been how they've been, and like you will get to a point where you're so close to that really positive and hopeful, optimistic mindset. And then if there's a setback, you use that setback almost as an excuse to think, well, these are just the way the things are. And I feel like in 2020 you're shedding that mindset. You're no longer taking any excuses. You're just like, you're just gonna go. You're just gonna go for it. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of need for rest and release and relaxation. I get it. Like, you guys, you pulled the bee, and I feel like this is you. Like, you're like little busy bees. You guys are very driven and goal oriented, and I think that you're at home having like work to do. Could be creative work. It could be like maybe you just really like your job. But I also got the message for some of you that in 2020 you're going to switch jobs. Some of you don't really like what you do. You're good at it, but you're not really passionate about it, and it gets on your nerves. So I feel like in 2020 you're going to make those changes in your career to satisfy you, because you've also got the security card. So I'm feeling like, it's gonna come into your head. You're just gonna be like, you know what, I am the one who's got to decide that I'm going to make me comfortable, safe, and secure, and you deserve it. You really deserve it. Some of you guys kind of put off your needs because you may think that it's selfish, or that it's self-centered or something like that. But in 2020 it's going to be like, either it's going to come to you and you're going to have those realizations that I've got to make myself feel safe. I've got to do what's right for me, or the universe is going to kind of give you a push in that direction and help you to realize, like, you are your own hero. You are your own caretaker, and it's important to it's integral to living like a happy, healthy, fulfilled life, to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And nobody else can make you feel safer than you can, because you know what you need. You've got the wheel here. So I really feel like if you guys have had like a slew of, or a string of years that didn't feel so lucky, I feel like the tides are turning in 2020. And it's asking you, this being here is like, it's a message, it's an invitation. The tides can turn in your favor. Let that be what happens. Don't fall into pessimistic thinking, because it makes your ego feel safe. Make your whole self, integrated self, feel safe, and be optimistic. Choose optimism, because optimism doesn't mean you're just a hopeless romantic, or you're just, making frivolous wishes or whatever. Optimism is, looking at all sides, the positive and the negative, knowing that there is a positive outcome to this, there's a negative outcome to this. I know that this could go wrong, but I'm choosing not to expect it to, right? And I feel like it's also a message of remembering that the wheel turns, and things shift. There's a natural ebb and flow to life. So when things are like high energy and up, that's a sign for you that the coast is clear, that you can work on things, that you can go. When things start to slow down, instead of putting up resistance, because I feel like some of you guys have been having a lot of resistance. 2020 is going to be the year you work on releasing that resistance. So, like I said, remembering the wheel turns. Okay, let it turn, because that's a sign that you're getting somewhere, right? If you saw the wheel and it was painted blue and yellow, and you took the yellow as a sign that like things are going, it's like I said, the coast is clear, like this is a good time for me to plant seeds and like put myself out there. But then as the wheel turns and the blue shows, it's like, okay, this is a time for me to reflect, this is a time for me to rest, recuperate, spend some time just alone with me. You've got a solitude card here. I feel like 2020 is going to be for a lot of you, the year that you find yourselves. It's a new decade, so you're going to be finding a new you. Like, okay, who am I now? After all of that stuff, I feel like some of you guys might be coming into a new decade as far as age goes as well. Like maybe you're leaving your 20s and entering your 30s, or leaving your 30s and entering your 20s. I mean, or your 40s, whatever it is. But there's a lot of stuff from the past that you're going to be letting go of. You're going to be called to let go of, because the things that you've been holding on from the past, mainly thoughts and stories that you've been telling yourself from the past, have been holding you back. So you are going to be really lucky to have this opportunity to let all of that stuff go, because this wheel is here and you're going to be, like I said, tides are turning in your favor. There's this song that I really feel like you guys should listen to. It's by Bat for Lashes. It's called Deep Sea Diver. Okay? Listen to it. Listen to the lyrics. I feel like that is like your song for 2020. You may not like it. It may be too out there for you, but like I just feel like those lyrics, I'm hearing them in my head as I look at these cards. I'm like, yeah, you guys are going through some transformation. You've got Shakti here, and she represents transformation, but she's in reverse because, like I said, you guys have been in resistance a little bit, and there have been like times where you've like judged yourself and maybe judged others kind of harshly. 2020 is going to be the year where you discover why, and then you're like, okay, now I'm able to let that go, because we don't judge ourselves or anybody else or criticize because we are happy or like feeling super great. You know what I mean? There's like deeper meanings behind there. There's like pain behind there. So, but like I said, you've got the release, you've got letting go, you've got solitude. Like you're going to kind of go on your own little inner journey. Some of you are going to travel by yourself, and you're going to have these downloads and make these realizations that allow you to release that past stuff, because you can't take it with you, and we're on to bigger and better things, right? You've got the service card here, and I'm just going to read you what this card says, because I think it's really important. You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. Yeah, like I said, I feel like some of you guys are really into manifestation, but it's been slow, or it's not been happening. And it's because you've just been so focused on trying to get whatever it is that you want, that you're not realizing that sometimes how to get what you want or what's for your highest good is to stop focusing on what like it said, what the universe can do for you and what you can do for others. Like if you are led by love, if you are led by compassion and service, it brings you much greater joy than just manifesting, your surface desires, right? Because I feel like at the core of all of us, we want to have a purpose here. We want to help. I really feel like people love helping. I know it may not seem like it. I know there's lots of self-centeredness in the world, but I feel like that is just it's just indicative of like a deeper issue. Like I said before, there's deeper pain there. So I feel like you guys are going to find a way that your desires and how you can be of service in the world collide. Like where those two things collide is like where your true happiness is. And it'll help you to manifest much better than what you've been doing, if that makes sense. And like I said, you've got belief here. I want to read to you what this card says. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Right? So like I said before, you guys choose optimism, choose to believe in yourself, don't doubt yourself. You are completely capable and you have everything that you need to succeed. Even if you're looking around and you're like, well, what do I have here? You have you. Okay, every bit that you need to succeed is all within you, and you will attract the rest. All right, so really believe in that. 2020 is going to be a very transformative, very healing year for you guys. Okay, it's going to be really good. I'm excited for you. But that's all I've got for you guys, group number 1. Please let me know in the comments down below if it resonated. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the info is in the description box. So just shoot me an email. Let me know. All right. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye. Hey, group number 2, those of you who chose Carnelian. Okay, you guys are gonna have a really good year, but I'm just gonna get into the cards first. The first card you pulled from the Animal Spirit Guide deck is Gazelle. The second card you pulled from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck is Spiritual Guide in Reverse. The next card, I'm sorry, I'm so excited for you guys, so I'm just like distracted, but the next card you pulled is Three of Vessels from the Wildwood Tarot deck, representing joy. The next card from the same deck, because it just popped out, is the Six of Bows, abundance. The next card is Change from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. The next card is Truth from the Oracle of the Angels deck. You've got Tree, Grounding from the Earth Magic Oracle deck. Rhea, Flow from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, and Conception from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Yeah, you guys are going to have a really good year in 2020. It's going to be very nice. I don't know what you guys were doing the past decade, but it's working. Or like, I feel like you guys have undergone like the necessary transformations and like healed. Like, I feel like this is, you know, that kind of light at the end of the tunnel type thing. I feel like, you know, it probably hasn't been easy. I feel like some of you guys are probably gonna be thinking like, oh my gosh, like, is this even real? Like, are my dreams actually coming true? Like, I'm financially stable. Like, I feel good. I've got friends. I'm like, you know, you're gonna be almost a little bit surprised, but it's happening, and it's like, go with it, right? There are natural ebbs and flows to life. So, you know, Rhea being here telling you to go with it, flow with it. We as humans benefit so much when we go with the flow with things. So I feel like it'll be much more, it'll be that much sweeter if you can just like really just let these things happen and enjoy it. Don't question it, okay? Because it's really positive energy. I feel like you guys are going to be very noticeable and attractive. I feel like a lot of people are going to be very attracted to you, looking to you, maybe for some advice or to just hang out with, have fun with. I think your social life is going to take off a bit, and you really deserve it. Like, go out, celebrate, have a good time with your friends, laugh, be joyful, right? But I do feel like, you know, because you guys are having such a great year, you might notice, maybe if you notice people not having such a good year, just a fair warning to just understand that people will come to you if they need help. Okay, so you don't have to like assert yourself. Like, protect your energy, guard your energy. Don't let anybody kind of like drag you down a little bit. If they ask for your help, it's not your obligation, but it would be nice if you gave them help. And that can just mean by listening, right? But know when to set a boundary and be like, okay, like, we've been talking about this for a long time. I'm kind of getting my energy drained a little bit. I need to take a break. Like, you know, set your boundaries with people. But really, I feel like it's going to be a very enjoyable time. Like, I think that you guys, like I said before, you might be a little bit surprised. Like, wow, like, is this all really happening? Yes, it is. Let it happen, okay? You've got the change card here, and I just want to read to you what it says because I think it's important. It says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Right. So I feel like entering into 2020, you guys are changing, you're evolving, you have come a long way. Like, I really feel like you guys have come from some wild journey, and now you're getting to the point where it's like you're entering into this new decade and you're just like coming in guns blazing, you know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be like, you know, confetti and stuff, and like there's going to be cake, and like it's just going to be such a good time for you. And I feel like you guys are going to be so like humble and like gracious about it as well. Like, I don't think that you're gonna be like big-headed about it. I think that you guys are gonna be very like, wow, like very grateful, very gracious, and people are gonna notice that. Like I said, you're gonna be very attractive. And it has little to do with what you look like. I feel like your personality coupled with all of these beautiful things that are happening for you, because you got the Six of Bows here, like success. I don't know if you've been working on some projects, um, or you could possibly get a promotion at a job that you like, or maybe you left a job that you didn't like and it was a big risk, and you started your own business or something, and then in 2020 it's like business is booming and you're like, whoa, I did it, I took that risk and it paid off. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting from you guys, is whatever that you did before, whatever seeds that you planted before, they are sprouting. It's harvest time, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of high energy, a lot of maybe such positive energy you're not used to, right? If you guys have been used to working and working and kind of toiling away at things and being patient and like, all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden this stuff just like boom comes in, and it's so great. That may be a little bit dizzying. So you guys are being asked to make sure that you have a strong meditation practice, because it'll also help you to get to the truth of some things. You got the truth card here, and I think that in the midst of all the excitement, there may be things that come up, like, naturally, because you've also got the change card here. I feel like, those last little bits that need healing, that need attention, those last downloads from the universe will come in, and it will help you to really reap these rewards. But you need to make the time to like actually have those moments of quiet and of calm and of meditation, so that when all of this high energy is happening, you don't get overwhelmed by it. Like, we tend to look at our dreams coming true and like positivity is just like, this is it, like I can't ask for more. But we're still human. So if you do find yourself feeling like a little bit overwhelmed or being like, whoa, like a little frazzled, like make sure you have a meditation practice, if some of you guys become more recognizable, because like I said, you guys are going to be very attractive. That's the feeling I'm getting. So if that means like more people know your name, maybe strangers coming up to you and things of that nature, just make sure that like you are grounded, you are calm, you are safe and secure in your own mind, you know what I mean? So that other people's energies don't just ping pong off of you, you know what I mean? You have like a more a kind of like aura of calm around you, so that it can like protect you, definitely get outside. And this tree being here is like, kind of, if you can just like really think of yourself as a tree in 2020, and think of how just like a tree is just a tree, you know what I mean? A tree doesn't try to be a flower, a tree doesn't try to be the grass, like a tree is the tree. So no matter what is going on, remain in your body, remain in the present, okay? Be present with what is, and enjoy everything that's happening. Don't dwell on the past or what happened before this, and don't worry about, okay, what's going to happen after this, right? Really just be that tree, be present in the moment. This is the season I am in right now, right? A tree doesn't gripe about the seasons changing. It just evolves as the seasons change. So really like enter into this new abundant and happy time, ready to meet it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you guys really deserve this. Like I said before, you guys have been working hard on something. And I feel like it's a combination of things. I feel like you were working on yourself emotionally. Like a lot of you have definitely like been working on healing past wounds and working on letting go of negative habits and negative self-talk and things of that nature. And like you've come to this very like healthy point of view now where you're not judging yourself, you're not judging others, you're just kind of like being with what is and taking things in stride and like just having like a very like you guys have a very cool vibe about you now. You know, like you went through all of the worries or whatever it was, and now you're just kind of like, okay, I just choose to love myself and I just choose to go for what it is I want. And you did it, and now it's like, it's here. You know, like I feel like this is that moment for you guys. Like, oh my gosh, it's here, it's happening. Ah, like, you know, you know what I mean? And like I said, that energy can be very high. It can be very like, you know what I mean? So just have those moments where you do meditate, where you do find quiet time for you. Don't spread yourself thin. Even if people are inviting you to 1.5 million things, if you find yourself feeling tired, like you're like, I can't go to one more party this week, don't go, okay? Self-care. Practice self-care in 2020, all right? It'll help, you know, make room for even more of all of these blessings and help you to really appreciate and really enjoy all of these blessings, all right? But like I said, I feel like you guys, you planted these seeds because you got the conception card here. And I'm just going to read to you what it says. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. I feel like 2020 is going to be the year where you're just like, oh, like, okay, I believe in magic. Like, oh, this actually works. Like, I really did this. I really manifested all of this. Like, wow, you know, I can do anything. And that's like a beautiful thing to feel, right? So many of us want to feel that way. So I think it's going to be, wow, it's going to be a very beautiful year. And like I said, because I keep looking at the spiritual guide card in reverse, you know, there might be people who need your help. Like you're doing so well emotionally and like whatever it is. And then there's people who aren't doing so well around you. Like I said, let people ask you for help. You don't have to over exert yourself. You don't have to like, you know, give unsolicited advice or things of that nature. Like, but if people do ask you for help and you are in the position to give it and you decide that you want to, set clear boundaries and don't spend too much time or energy on things that may, you know, bring or weigh you down. Okay? Because you deserve to have this happy time. All right? That's all I've got for you guys, group number 2. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great 2020 for you. Let me know if this reading resonated. I hope it did down in the comments below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the info is in the description box. So just shoot me an email and we can work that out. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye. Hey, group number 3, those of you who chose rose quartz. All right, so you guys, this is deep stuff. But before I get into the messages, I just want to show you the cards. So the first card you pulled from the Animal Spirit Guide deck is Horse. Okay. The next card you've got from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck is Immunity. You've got the Wanderer from the Wildwood Tarot deck in reverse. And there was another one that popped out from the same deck, and it's Ace of Arrows in reverse. You've got Infinite Potential from the Oracle of the Angels deck here. Desert Vision Quest from Earth Magic Oracle deck. Scald the Future from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. Feelings from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. And Cosmic Flower from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Okay, so I feel like you guys are like leaving 2019, like you've packed your bags, you're like setting it up. Like I feel like you guys are about to go on like a journey, like the hero's journey. Like you guys are Quest for Camelot type stuff. Like I feel like you guys, like I see this image and I'm, this is just imagery, right? You don't have to ride a horse, but you've got a horse here. So I just saw you guys kind of like, to picture 2019 as this house that you've lived in, or this past decade, right? As this house that you've lived in, and it's like old and it's like dilapidated. There's some people there that you don't even really want to live with anymore, and there's just like, it represents the past and you're just so done with it. And you just wake up early one morning after you've said and done everything that you need to. You got your affairs in order and you packed your stuff and you're like getting your supplies and you're like saddling up your horse, and like, it's like 2020 is that sunrise that you're riding off into. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you guys will not be the same at the end of it. You guys are, like I said, on a quest. Like you're searching. I think you guys are going to be searching for you, but you may not know that that's what it is right away. I mean, I just gave it away, but like I feel like there will be people, places, things, and experiences that call to you, that really teach you about yourself. I feel like you guys are going to make significant life altering discoveries. I think you guys are going to be a little bit wild in 2020. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be like doing crazy stuff, but I think that like whatever you've been doing isn't working and you aren't interested anymore. You are going to be like, you know what? I want to try new things. I want to be new. I want to discover. I want to just go live. Like I feel like you want to experience life, and you're going to be protected, because I feel like you guys are going to be a little bit reckless, or like just kind of like not even taking a leap of faith, taking like, like you're going to be like running and like catapulting into faith. But I feel like spirit is going to be protecting you. You're going to be divinely guided. So even if things get a little bit rocky, you're going to make your way out of it. Just like I said with the hero's journey, we see this journey in so much of literature. And if you're an avid book reader like me, then you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like a lot of you do. But, the hero is always up against these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, right? And we're just waiting with bated breath to see if they will succeed or if they will make it out of this one. And we're just kind of like, how are they going to make it out of this one, right? But there's always like maybe friends or divine intervention or their own savvy that gets them out of it. And it's like a thrilling ride. And I think that's what 2020 is going to be like for you guys, is this thrill ride, but you're led towards it. It's something that has to happen. It's something that is integral to your growth. Like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be out trying to discover, trying to seek, and realize at the end of it, like you were seeking parts of you, and you had to find them in unknown territory, in places you've never been before. I feel like you guys are so eager and willing to get out of your comfort zone, and that's very brave. That's very courageous. I get this feeling of like fearlessness from you, and I feel like you guys have a lot of momentum. Like I feel like, this is can't tell me nothing energy. This is like can't hold me back kind of energy. So I do want to remind you guys that, like, on this journey, things may come up for you to kind of push you into release. So you've got the feelings card here. So I get it. Like, you guys are going into 2020 and you're just like, I'm going to go live my life. I'm going to go on this journey. I'm going to go do these things. And you may not be willing, or you may not be expecting for your feelings and your emotions to come into play, right? Because you're on this momentum. You're just like, I'm leaving everything in my dust, and that's beautiful. That's great. But just remember, along the way, things might trigger some emotions to get you to feel them so that you can release them. Okay? So remember that along your journey, because like I said, I keep seeing you guys on this horse, and you're like, this is a journey of epic proportions. So to me, it's not going to look like what other people think it will look like. So I'm feeling like, you might discover like towns or villages that nobody else has, or like, places in nature that nobody else has, and have unexpected surprises that, like, even if it's like a happy surprise, may trigger a memory of something from your past that you were trying to repress or suppress. When it comes up, it's coming up for release. Let it happen. Okay? Because you got the feelings card here, and I just want to read to you what it says. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all my emotions to you, feeling them fully so that they no longer hold me captive. Right. So right now, you've got the momentum, you're going. But along the way, there just may be some things that prompt you to let go of things that you may not even realize you're holding on to. Okay? But overall, it's going to be beautiful. You've got the immunity card. So you've been working on yourself. You have developed self-love and self-belief enough to where the universe is like, okay, we got you. And you're going to be protected. So like I said, it's going to be that thrill ride of almost like we're going to be sitting on the edge of our seats. Like, how are they going to get it out of this one? Like, but you will. And it'll be like that moment where you're like you're running away on your horse out of this like scary situation, and you're laughing because you're just like, haha, I did it. You know what I mean? And there's infinite potential in this. If you ever do feel doubtful again, if you ever do feel like, what am I even out here doing this for? It's because deep down there's infinite potential in you, in your life. You were meant for something bigger than maybe what the people you grew up with thought was meant for you, right? And you are breaking out of those binds, you're breaking out of those boundaries, and you don't need to fear for the future. You just need to be in the present moment and understand that the present moment can kind of be a map to your future, right? Whatever you focus on now, whatever you put your energy towards now, feeds the future. But either way you slice it, it's going to be very exciting and very fulfilling. Like, I think that you guys are trying to like I said, step out of your comfort zone, go into the unknown, and it's gonna come full circle. I feel like you will discover who you really are through whatever it is that you find along this journey. It's going to test you and show you what you're made of, and I feel like you will appreciate it. Like, you guys are brave. You guys are, you're ready. Okay, you're ready for this. And then it's almost like at the end of it, I feel like you guys will be like, oh, okay, like, now I know who I am, and now I know what I want, and now I know where I belong. Right? You've got Cosmic Flower here, and I just want to read to you what this card says. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Yeah, like, you guys are gonna find belonging at the end of this. You may not expect it. You may not even be looking for that. You're probably out here just looking for experience and, like, trying to be like a lone cowboy. But, like, I feel like at the end of it, you will find belonging. You will find home. Wow, how exciting. I'm really excited for you guys. Please let me know what goes on, because I'm just like, this feels like a book to me. Like, you guys are just gonna, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the alchemist type stuff. If you haven't read that. Read it, like, either throughout 2020 or before 2020, so you can kind of like get yourself in that mindset. But that's all I've got for you guys. Group number 3 is going to be a beautiful and like really exciting 2020 for you guys. Let me know if the reading resonated with you down below. I really hope it did. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the info is in the description box, so let me know, okay? Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye. Hey, group number 4, those of you who chose Jade. Okay, before I get into the messages, I just want to show you your cards, okay? So the first card you've pulled from the Animal Spirit Guide deck is Rabbit. The next card you've pulled from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck is Mother. And another one popped out, Self-Awareness. You've got the Mirror, which is kind of like the Hanged Man in traditional tarot from the Wildwood Tarot deck. Health from the Oracle of the Angels deck. Lake, which represents stillness from the Earth Magic Oracle deck. Lakshmi, which she represents fortune in the Goddess Power Oracle deck in reverse. Spaciousness from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. And Tantric Journey from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. 2020 for you guys, and some of you guys may have some resistance to this, but it's very important. 2020 is about pressing the pause button, finding a way to relax and release and ease your mind, focusing on your health, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, all of it. Okay, I get the sense that like you guys have been working on goals and trying to keep your mind busy with work and tasks and things of that nature. I think you guys are prone to anxiety and a little bit of worrying and stressing. But in 2020, it is really time. The universe is going to be pushing you to let that go. It doesn't serve you. You know it doesn't serve you. You know worrying about things doesn't make them, better. You know worrying about the future doesn't make it brighter. You already know these things. So the universe is going to really be pushing you in 2020 to heal. You guys need some major healing. You need to heal the relationship you had with your mother, or the way that you were mothered growing up. Now in 2020 is going to be the time where you nurture yourself and nurture others. I feel like you guys didn't get what you needed, and so in your life now, you're not really sure how to go about getting it, and in your relationships it may be suffering because of that. So I feel like nurture is definitely going to be a huge aspect of 2020 for you guys. You guys need healing in that area. You need to reconnect with your inner child and what that child needed to feel loved and to feel safe and secure, and give it to that child in 2020. And so that you can also give to others. I feel like maybe some of you have been kind of neglecting and been unaware of it. You've got the self-awareness card as well as the Mother, and I feel like it was saying, your relationships have been suffering and you may not be understanding why. And it has to do with childhood, and it has to do with how you give and receive love. So I feel like 2020 will also be the year, while you're doing all of this healing, it will help you to kind of put a mirror to yourself. You've got the Mirror card here, and I know I said it represents the Hanged Man, but this being next to here, I feel like it's like you're going to actually start seeing the patterns in your life, start seeing places that need tending to, and where you may have fallen short, or where others have fallen short, and how that has built resentment or whatever it is. Like I feel like a lot of you guys need to heal familial relationships in 2020 as well, but the main event is healing you, okay? Healing your mind, healing your body, healing your spirit. And things may be delayed. Like I said, I feel like, for the past decade, or maybe just 2019, you guys were busy, you were rushing, you were you were worrying, you were stressing, you were trying to be productive, but it was really just a distraction from all of this necessary work that needs to be done. You're starting the new decade off really well because you're giving yourself that chance to start fresh by focusing on you and focusing on all of this it's hard work. Healing is hard work, and it's definitely a journey, and it's not linear, but you've got the health card too. So I feel like there are just aspects of your life that you've been negating because you've been focused on all of this other stuff that you think is important, and you guys are gonna maybe I see you guys like finally like taking that bath and relaxing or something, and then all of a sudden you're hit with anxiety and you're like, but I could be doing this work or whatever, and what's going to happen if I don't? You guys need to have this mantra in 2020. Okay, repeat after me. What is for me will not go past me. Okay, also this one. That which is for me is also seeking me. Okay, so the universe is divinely guiding you to this pause, to this time of healing. Okay, so if things are slower or if things pick up but you are being called to be slower, that is completely fine, and really listen to that. Okay, do not attempt to overexert yourself. All right, I feel like you guys are tired of it. Like, you guys are tired of stressing, you're tired of worrying, you're tired of all the multitasking, you're tired of back and forth with people, right? So take 2020, even though you may feel scared to, 2020 is the year you guys need to pause and focus on you so that you can really enter this decade feeling good, right? Feeling like your happiest, healthiest self, you know? And like I said, there may be other people may have their lives like going and busy and everything, but you need to embody this lake. Okay, there could be insects buzzing and birds flying around and little frogs leaping around, and the lake is still going to be the lake, right? Still. So embody that, and even if that place is just in your mind, okay, you guys would probably benefit from not even just like meditation, but just like having meditative space in your life, right? Just having alone time, having downtime, having days where things are quiet. You guys really need some quiet because you can't keep going the way that you've been going, right? You've got to stop and take care of yourself. And if there are people in your life that are pressuring you to do the opposite, and they think that it's okay for you to burn yourself out, let them go. Okay, you've got the spaciousness card here, so I just want to read to you what it says. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my essence, my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Yeah, I feel like in the moments of stillness and in the moments of focusing on you and your own health and things, you're going to start like finding out little things about yourself, about what makes you happy, kind of like rediscovering your passions and things that make you excited to live again. But I definitely feel like 2020 is the year for you guys to heal a lot, and then that healing will facilitate joy and pleasure. I feel like you guys need to remember what it feels like to enjoy yourself and to feel good and to do things just for the fun of it, right? Or just because it feels good, just because it feels right. That's also part of health. This isn't telling you like you've got to just like go on a diet or do some exercise plan that makes you feel like crap. No, that's not what health is, right? Health is intuitive eating. Health is moving your body because it feels good to you, or because you have the energy to do so and you just want to get outside, or you just feel like dancing. Like, health is, getting enough sleep at night and staying hydrated. And when you have thoughts that make you feel bad about yourself, question them, challenge them, and replace them with thoughts that make you feel better, or don't judge yourself. Be easy on yourself. Be compassionate towards yourself. because you got the tantric journey card here. So some of you guys need to reconnect with a loved one, a partner, or just reconnect with yourself in a sensual way. Get out there and date. You know, if you are in a toxic relationship, break it off and just be in a relationship with yourself. Or if you haven't been dating in a really long time because you got in a bad breakup or something, you know, just have fun. You don't have to enter into anything serious, but you do need to experience, you know, pleasure and joy in your life. But I'll read you what the card says. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Right? Like just having that time with yourself helps you to know how to connect with others, because like I said, I feel like some of you guys have been having these rough patches in your personal relationships because of all of the internal stuff that's going on with you. So 2020 is going to be that year where you are healing, you are focusing on you, you are getting rid of the clutter in your life, people, places, and things that make you feel bad about yourself, and you are focusing on, okay, what does this part of me need, right? Going through all of you, every part of you, your inner child, your beginner's mind, who you are now, your who you want to be, all of that, and like really reassessing and being like, okay, what do I need? How do I give that to myself? I'm feeling worry, I'm feeling stressed. Why? Is there something in my environment that is causing this? I need to remove it. You know what I mean? You guys are taking back your power and your right to feel good in 2020. Okay? So it's going to be a beautiful journey. It might be a little bit hard at first, but I feel like you guys are going to get in the groove of it. You're going to get used to it, and you're going to realize, like, you know what? This is exactly what I needed. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys, group number 4. I really hope the reading resonated with you. Let me know down below if it did. If you'd like a more in-depth personal reading with me, contact me. All of the info is down below in the description. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye.